Have you ever stood still and really looked at a forest? Noticed how every tree around you started small, hidden deep beneath the earth before growing tall and strong? It's easy to see the mighty trunks and thick branches and forget the years of quiet struggle it took to get there. Maybe you feel stuck, like your own growth is invisible or too slow. Or you wonder if you'll ever break through, if the seasons of your life will bring fruit or just more waiting. But the forest holds a secret for you. Growth takes time. This truth isn't just about trees, it's about you, your dreams, your pain, your journey, and understanding it can change everything. In a world that constantly demands instant results, it's natural to feel frustrated when progress seems slow or invisible. You might compare yourself to others, to those who seem to succeed overnight, forgetting the years of hidden work behind their moment of triumph. But like the forest, your growth is a slow unfolding, rooted in unseen effort. Every struggle you face, every moment of doubt, every small step forward is part of a larger, deeper process. It's the quiet daily work that builds strength and resilience. And here's the promise: if you stay patient and persistent, your growth will become undeniable. Think about the forest again. Nothing there rushes. No tree forces itself to grow faster than nature allows. Instead, each tree leans into the seasons, trusting the rhythm of time. This patience is not weakness, it is power. It is faith in yourself and in the process that what you're doing right now, whether it feels small, slow, or invisible, is exactly what you need. When you understand this, the frustration melts away, replaced by a calm confidence. You start to see every moment as fertile ground for growth, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Imagine what it would feel like to release the pressure of needing to be there already, to let go of the anxiety around quick success and instead embrace your unique timing. When you do, you open space for courage to grow. Courage to keep planting your seeds, to keep nurturing your dreams, and to keep believing in yourself. This is the real secret the forest offers. Growth is not a race. It is a patient, persistent journey that honors who you are right now and where you are going. If you stay with me through this, you'll discover how to turn frustration into fuel, how to trust your own pace, and how to use patience as a powerful tool in your transformation. You will learn to see yourself as part of a living, breathing process that rewards consistency and courage. By the end, you'll feel ready to stop comparing, stop rushing, and start growing with intention and heart. This journey is yours. And the forest is here to remind you that every moment, no matter how small, is progress toward the life you want to build. Growth takes time, but it is always worth it. Every towering tree you see began as a tiny seed, small, fragile, and almost invisible. That seed holds immense potential, but it doesn't become a giant overnight. It's easy to overlook how something so small can grow into something so vast, so strong, and so beautiful. You might be feeling small right now, unsure if your efforts will ever amount to anything meaningful. That feeling is natural, but the truth is, greatness often begins in the quietest places, where no one is watching. Your potential is like that seed, full of promise, even if it's buried beneath layers of doubt, fear, or uncertainty. It's tempting to want to leap forward, to skip ahead to the moment where success or transformation becomes visible. But growth doesn't work that way. Real growth starts small, in places you can't always see or measure. Your thoughts, habits, and choices are the soil that feeds your seed. Every moment you choose patience over frustration, persistence over giving up, you're watering that seed with the life it needs to sprout. This is why honoring small beginnings matters so much. What seems insignificant today may be the foundation for something extraordinary tomorrow. The mind often seeks quick validation and immediate results because it craves certainty. But the deepest progress happens beneath the surface, hidden from view. This is where resilience is built, where your character is forged in silence and solitude. This unseen work is your greatest strength. When you accept that growth is invisible at times, you stop fighting the process and start working with it. You learn to trust that what you're doing now, however small or slow, is planting the roots for lasting change. Your dreams deserve this kind of care and attention. They are not fleeting wishes, but seeds of your true potential. Every day you nurture them, you grow stronger. You develop new skills, you build new beliefs. You create habits that shape your future. Each small step forward adds up, even if it doesn't feel like it. The power of this lies in consistency and belief. When you truly believe that your tiny seed is worth growing, you begin to act differently. You treat your journey with respect. You become patient and kind with yourself. Imagine how your life could transform if you stopped rushing and started embracing your small beginnings. Instead of frustration, you feel hope. Instead of doubt, you feel confidence. The seed inside you begins to stir. You recognize that every moment of struggle is preparing you for growth you can't yet see. This shift in perspective is profound because it replaces despair with determination. It changes your relationship with time and progress. Your journey is your own, and it starts with a single, small seed. That seed holds everything you need to become who you're meant to be. Don't underestimate the power of where you are right now. Growth doesn't demand grand gestures. It asks for steady, faithful care. When you give your dreams the time and patience they deserve, you honor the sacred process of becoming. Trust this, nurture it. Believe in the quiet strength of your beginnings. The forest shows us that from the smallest seed, the tallest trees grow, strong, enduring, and full of life. So can you. Beneath the surface, where your efforts go unseen, lies the most critical work of all. Just as roots grow deep underground, unseen by the eye yet essential to a tree's strength, your inner growth happens away from the spotlight. It is in these quiet, invisible moments that resilience is built, that your foundation solidifies. You may not feel or see the progress happening now, but rest assured, this hidden growth is preparing you to withstand any storm that life throws your way. This is where true strength is forged, not in easy victories, but in the silent persistence to keep going when no one notices. Many people give up because they judge their progress only by what they can see. When the results are not immediate, they feel discouraged, assuming their efforts are wasted. But growth doesn't ask for your applause, it asks for your patience. When you understand that what happens beneath the surface matters most, you begin to shift your focus inward. You begin to appreciate the slow, steady development of character, discipline, and inner courage. These qualities can't be rushed or faked. They must be nurtured through consistent, unseen work. This unseen process is often uncomfortable because it requires faith without proof. You have to trust that the changes taking place inside will one day become visible in your life. That trust is a radical act of courage. It challenges your need for control and certainty. It means embracing uncertainty and believing in your own potential even when progress feels invisible. This is what separates those who succeed over time from those who give up too soon. Those who keep nurturing their roots in silence will eventually stand taller, stronger, and more resilient than they ever imagined possible. Imagine how different your life would be if you stopped measuring your worth by immediate outcomes. What if you honored the invisible work as much as the visible victories? You would begin to value every moment of learning, every effort made in silence, and every day you chose to keep moving forward. This mindset creates a deep sense of self-respect and inner peace. It helps you see that growth is not a sprint, but a lifelong journey. When you embrace this, the frustration and impatience that once weighed you down begin to lift. Your roots are growing right now. With every choice you make to persevere, you deepen your foundation. Every time you resist the urge to quit, you become more resilient. Every moment you invest in yourself, no matter how small, adds strength to your core. The power of this unseen work is incredible because it prepares you for lasting success and fulfillment. It builds a version of you that can stand firm through challenges, that can bend without breaking, and that can grow toward the light no matter the obstacles. You are not alone in this hidden process. Every person who has grown strong and wise has spent countless hours nurturing their roots in silence. The difference is they kept faith in the invisible, and so should you. Your patience and persistence today are creating a future self who will thank you for never giving up. Trust the quiet work happening beneath the surface. It is the lifeblood of your growth, the secret to your strength, and the foundation of everything you will become. Keep nurturing your roots. They are growing deep, and with time, you will rise. Growth does not come from moments of ease. It is born from the storms we endure. Just like a forest that bends beneath fierce winds but refuses to break, your strength is shaped through every challenge you face. The discomfort, the setbacks, the doubts, they are not signs of failure but essential forces pushing you toward resilience. When you allow yourself to lean into adversity instead of resisting it, you begin to discover the true depth of your courage. Each hardship becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. This perspective shifts everything because it turns struggle into fuel for growth instead of a reason to quit. Pain and difficulty are not enemies but allies in disguise. They shake you, yes, but they also awaken something inside you, a deeper resolve, a fierce determination to keep moving forward. When you accept that growth requires discomfort, you release the need for a perfect, pain-free path. You give yourself permission to be human, to falter, to struggle, and yet to persist. This acceptance is liberating because it removes the pressure to be invincible and replaces it with a powerful commitment to progress. It teaches you that courage is not the absence of fear or pain, but the choice to act despite them. This mindset rewires how your brain responds to challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, you begin to perceive them as opportunities to expand your limits. Your nervous system learns to manage stress better, and your confidence grows because you have proof that you can survive difficult times. This cycle builds momentum. The more you face discomfort with courage, the stronger you become. You create a positive feedback loop that propels you forward even when the path is unclear or daunting. It's natural to want to avoid pain. But what if the pain you are avoiding is the very thing holding the key to your growth? When you lean into discomfort, you break down old patterns and create space for new strength to emerge. This is the essence of transformation. It's not about avoiding hardship. It's about using hardship to become more resilient, more compassionate, and more determined. Your journey is not meant to be easy. It's meant to be real. And real growth comes through facing life's storms head on, trusting that each gust of wind is shaping you into someone who can stand taller than ever before. Every challenge you face is an invitation to rise. It is a call to meet yourself in your most vulnerable moments and choose to keep going. This choice is an act of bravery that reaffirms your commitment to growth. It is a testament to your inner strength, even when you can't see it yet. When you embrace the storms as necessary teachers, you transform fear into power and uncertainty into possibility. You stop running from discomfort and start running toward the person you are becoming. Your growth is happening now, in the midst of struggle and discomfort. The forest reminds us that even the strongest trees bend and sway before standing tall. You are bending, you are swaying, but you are not breaking. Each challenge is a seed of strength planted deep within you. Nurture it, trust the process. Your courage is growing with every storm you face, and with time you will rise stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. The world around you often moves at a pace that feels overwhelming, constantly demanding quick results, instant recognition, and rapid progress. But the forest teaches us a different truth, one that challenges the modern obsession with speed and instant gratification. True growth is not a race or a quick burst of energy. It is a slow, deliberate unfolding that respects time and process. When you try to rush growth, you risk breaking fragile branches, forcing leaves to wither before they can bloom. Instead, growth requires steady, patient effort, season after season, day after day. This patience is not passive waiting. It is an active, powerful choice to keep showing up, to keep nurturing yourself, even when you don't yet see the fruits of your labor. The mind craves immediate rewards because it is wired to seek safety and certainty. But the greatest achievements, the deepest transformations, come from delayed gratification, the ability to endure discomfort, delay pleasure, and trust a process that unfolds over time. This capacity to wait, to remain committed without instant proof, is one of the most powerful psychological tools you can develop. It is what separates fleeting attempts from lasting change. When you practice patience, you are training your mind to focus on long-term gains rather than short-term fixes. You are strengthening your ability to persevere through challenges, knowing that every small effort accumulates into something greater. There is a profound freedom in releasing the need to see immediate results. When you let go of the pressure to be there already, you create space for growth to happen naturally. You begin to appreciate the small, often invisible steps, the consistent habits, the quiet moments of self-reflection, the daily choices that align with your values. These are the building blocks of transformation. Every time you choose patience over frustration, you nurture your inner strength and deepen your commitment to your goals. This mindset fosters resilience, reduces burnout, and opens the door to sustainable success. Your journey is not defined by a single moment of breakthrough, but by countless small moments of persistence. Like the forest that grows one ring at a time, your progress accumulates quietly, often unnoticed until it becomes undeniable. Embracing this truth changes how you see yourself and your efforts. You begin to value your process instead of just your outcomes. You recognize that setbacks are not failures, but part of the natural rhythm of growth, necessary pauses that prepare you for the next season of flourishing. Imagine the power of fully trusting your own pace, of honoring the unique timeline your growth requires. This trust shifts your energy from anxiety and impatience to calm confidence and focused determination. It allows you to stay grounded in the present moment while holding a clear vision of where you want to go. When you embody patience as a superpower, you move through life with grace and strength, knowing that every small step is moving you closer to your true potential. Your growth is happening beneath the surface, fueled by your steady commitment and patient heart. The forest stands as a testament to this timeless truth, that greatness is cultivated through persistent care and respect for natural timing. You are not behind, and you are not forgotten. You are growing exactly as you should, stronger, wiser, and more prepared to bloom when the time is right. Keep nurturing your journey. Trust the process. Your patience today is planting the roots for a powerful tomorrow. Your mind often rushes ahead, eager to reach the destination, to see the results, to know the outcome. But growth lives in the present moment, the here and now, where every small decision, every simple action quietly shapes your future. The forest doesn't push its trees to grow faster. It embraces the natural pace of seasons. So must you learn to honor your own timing, to meet yourself with kindness instead of judgment, and to appreciate the power in patience. When you shift your focus from immediate results to steady progress, you release the heavy burden of anxiety and impatience that so often drains your energy and clouds your vision. The truth is, the biggest transformations happen quietly, beneath the surface. Like the roots of a tree digging deep into the earth, your internal growth is often invisible to the outside world, but essential to your strength and stability. It is in these hidden moments that you build resilience, sharpen your focus, and develop the mindset needed to endure challenges. When you accept that real growth is a process rather than an event, you open yourself to the kind of lasting change that withstands setbacks and thrives beyond temporary success. This mindset is a game changer because it shifts your energy from chasing outcomes to nurturing the foundation beneath them. Your capacity to stay patient and committed in the face of uncertainty is a powerful form of self-respect. It shows that you believe in your own potential, even when the path is unclear. This belief fuels your motivation and sharpens your determination. When you trust the process, you become less reactive to obstacles and more proactive in your growth. You develop the ability to maintain steady forward momentum, regardless of external circumstances. This steadiness is what creates momentum that compounds over time, leading to breakthroughs that once seemed impossible. Imagine how your life would change if you stopped measuring your progress by instant gratification and instead celebrated the small wins that build over time. Each choice to keep going, each moment you resist giving up adds strength to your journey. This accumulation is powerful because it's sustainable. It builds a deep well of confidence that is rooted not in fleeting success, but in consistent effort. When you focus on nurturing your inner growth, you create a foundation that can support any challenge or opportunity that comes your way. This perspective transforms your relationship with time. Instead of feeling rushed or overwhelmed, you feel grounded and purposeful. You learn to trust that growth will come in its own time, not faster, not slower, but exactly when you need it most. This trust reduces stress and increases your capacity for joy and gratitude. You begin to see every step, no matter how small, as a meaningful part of your journey. You recognize that patience is not a weakness, but a form of strength, a courageous choice to believe in yourself and your process even when the outcome is not yet visible. Your growth is unfolding now, quietly but powerfully. Like the forest that patiently nurtures its trees, you are cultivating a future filled with strength, wisdom, and resilience. Stay committed to your pace. Trust the unseen work happening within, and honor the slow, steady journey of transformation. The best is yet to come. The power of growth lies not just in the act of moving forward, but in the courage to remain steadfast when the path feels uncertain. It is easy to be motivated when success is near and obstacles are few, but true strength is revealed when you keep going despite doubt, fear, and frustration. This perseverance is the quiet heartbeat of transformation, the steady rhythm that keeps you rooted in purpose even when progress seems invisible. When you embrace this kind of endurance, you begin to tap into a wellspring of inner power that cannot be shaken by temporary setbacks or external pressures. This inner power grows from a simple but profound truth. Your worth and potential are not determined by immediate outcomes. They are inherent in your commitment to growth itself. When you stop measuring your value by results and start valuing the process, you free yourself from the chains of impatience and self-judgment. This shift changes your entire relationship with effort and achievement. Effort becomes an act of love for yourself, a declaration that you are worthy of time and care. Achievement becomes a natural byproduct of this commitment, rather than a desperate goal to chase. Science shows us that persistence rewires the brain. Every time you choose to continue despite difficulty, you build new neural pathways that strengthen your ability to focus, manage stress, and stay motivated. This is not about instant change. It is about gradual rewiring that empowers you to overcome obstacles with grace and confidence. The small, consistent choices you make daily accumulate into profound mental and emotional resilience. This resilience becomes your greatest asset, allowing you to face life's challenges without losing sight of your purpose. Your mind will often resist this patient approach because it craves certainty and quick wins. But by practicing patience and persistence, you teach your mind to tolerate uncertainty and delay gratification. This training is transformative because it expands your capacity to dream bigger, to take risks, and to remain hopeful even in difficult seasons. Patience becomes a muscle you strengthen, enabling you to hold space for your growth without succumbing to frustration or doubt. Imagine embracing this strength, the ability to keep moving forward when no one else can see your progress. This kind of inner resilience cultivates confidence that is unshakable because it is rooted in your consistent effort, not external validation. It liberates you from the need for approval and empowers you to define success on your own terms. When you trust the process and commit to patience, you create a foundation so solid that no setback can derail you. Your journey is not a sprint, but a marathon of dedication, courage, and steady growth. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. You are building a life rooted in resilience and strength, a life where growth happens in its own time and on your own terms. Honor this process, embrace your inner power, and keep moving forward. The forest reminds you that growth takes time, and that time, when respected, leads to greatness beyond measure. Growth demands more than effort. It requires unwavering faith in yourself and the process. It asks you to believe in what cannot yet be seen, to trust that every small step you take is moving you closer to the person you are meant to become. This faith is not blind optimism. It is a deliberate choice to hold on to hope and possibility, even when the path is unclear and the future feels uncertain. This inner belief becomes your anchor, a source of strength that keeps you steady through the storms of doubt and fear. When you cultivate this faith, you stop being at the mercy of circumstances and start becoming the architect of your own transformation. This kind of faith transforms how you relate to failure and setbacks. Instead of seeing them as signs that you are not enough, you begin to view them as essential parts of your growth journey. They become feedback, not defeat. Every challenge, every mistake is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. When you trust the process deeply, you understand that setbacks are not the end, but the beginning of a new phase of growth. This mindset shift releases you from the paralyzing fear of failure and frees you to take risks and pursue your dreams with courage. The brain is wired to resist uncertainty and seek comfort, but growth lives outside of comfort zones. To grow, you must embrace the discomfort of not knowing, of being vulnerable, and of facing the unknown. This requires mental and emotional resilience, the ability to hold tension without giving up. When you develop this resilience, you build a muscle that helps you navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. You become someone who can endure difficult seasons because you believe in the greater purpose behind your struggles. Trusting the process also means accepting that growth is rarely linear. There will be days when you feel like you've taken two steps forward and one step back. There will be moments of frustration, doubt, and exhaustion. But this uneven rhythm is part of the natural cycle of growth. Just like the forest does not grow straight up overnight, your transformation happens in cycles, sometimes rapid, sometimes slow, always steady. When you accept this, you stop judging your progress by unrealistic standards and instead celebrate the persistence that keeps you moving. Your faith in yourself and the process is a radical act of self-love. It means choosing to believe in your worth and potential regardless of external circumstances. This belief fuels your motivation and sustains you when the road feels long and hard. It reminds you that growth is not about being perfect or fast. It's about being committed and patient. When you hold this faith, you empower yourself to keep going, even when the outcome is uncertain, because you know that your effort is never wasted. Growth takes time. It asks for patience, resilience, and faith. But when you cultivate these qualities within yourself, you become unstoppable. You become a force of nature, rooted deeply in your purpose and ready to rise with strength and grace. Trust your journey, honor your process, and believe with unwavering faith that you are growing exactly as you are meant to. The forest reminds you, growth takes time, and that time is your greatest ally. The path to growth is rarely clear or easy, yet it is always worth pursuing with every ounce of your strength. Growth demands not only patience and faith, but also relentless commitment to yourself. This commitment is a promise you make to keep going, even when the weight of uncertainty presses heavily on your shoulders. It is a vow to show up day after day, to tend to your dreams and your potential with the same care a forest gives its saplings, nurturing, protecting, and believing in their eventual rise. When you commit fully to your own growth, you build an unshakable foundation of self-respect and purpose that propels you forward beyond any temporary struggle. Your commitment is a beacon in moments when doubt threatens to pull you under. It reminds you that growth is not a linear path paved with immediate victories, but a series of deliberate steps taken in faith. Even when progress feels invisible, this dedication ensures you continue to lay the groundwork for transformation. This consistency rewires your mind, building mental habits that prioritize persistence over perfection, effort over outcome. With each step, no matter how small, you reinforce your capacity to endure and thrive. This process shapes you into someone who faces adversity not with resignation, but with fierce determination. Understanding this changes your entire relationship with challenge. Instead of fearing obstacles or avoiding discomfort, you begin to see these moments as invitations to deepen your strength and resilience. You learn to welcome struggle as a natural part of the growth process, a necessary catalyst that shakes loose old limitations and expands your capacity to evolve. This mindset is empowering because it removes the illusion of smooth success and replaces it with the truth of ongoing purposeful effort. You come to recognize that every difficulty you encounter is an opportunity to rise stronger and wiser. Commitment also transforms your inner dialogue. When you decide to be unwavering in your pursuit of growth, your self-talk shifts from doubt and criticism to encouragement and belief. You develop a compassionate inner voice that supports you through setbacks and celebrates your progress. This positive reinforcement boosts your motivation and emotional resilience, creating a powerful feedback loop that keeps you moving forward, even when external validation is absent. The forest's quiet strength teaches you that nurturing yourself with patience and kindness is as important as any external achievement. This dedication to yourself becomes a form of courage, a daily act of bravery that refuses to give in to fear or impatience. It is the quiet promise that no matter how long it takes, you will not abandon your journey. With every choice to keep going, you build momentum that carries you beyond temporary discomfort toward lasting transformation. You become the steady force that no storm can shake, the rooted tree that grows tall through seasons of change. Your growth is unfolding now because you have chosen commitment over doubt, patience over rush, and faith over fear. This commitment is your power, your strength, and your greatest ally. Keep tending to it with care. The forest reminds you growth takes time, and your unwavering dedication is the soil from which your true potential will bloom. True growth requires more than just time and commitment. It demands the courage to embrace discomfort as a necessary companion on your journey. Growth is never comfortable. It pushes you beyond familiar boundaries, challenges your beliefs, and demands that you face uncertainty head-on. This discomfort is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is a signal that you are moving towards something greater. When you learn to sit with this discomfort, to lean into it rather than avoid it, you unlock a deeper level of resilience and strength that fuels your transformation. Your mind instinctively resists discomfort because it associates it with pain and threat. Yet this resistance is what keeps many trapped in cycles of stagnation and frustration. Choosing growth means rewiring your brain to recognize discomfort as a sign of progress, not failure. It means developing the ability to tolerate unease, to face fears, and to persist even when the path is unclear or challenging. This capacity to endure discomfort without giving up is a defining characteristic of those who achieve lasting change. It separates those who dream from those who do. When you embrace discomfort, you create space for expansion. You allow yourself to shed limiting beliefs, unhealthy habits, and fears that no longer serve you. This shedding process is essential because growth is as much about release as it is about gain. The forest does not hold on to dead leaves or broken branches. It lets go, clearing the way for new life to emerge. In the same way, your willingness to face discomfort and let go of what holds you back clears a path for your fullest potential to rise. The power of embracing discomfort also lies in its ability to deepen your self-awareness. When you face challenging emotions or situations without avoidance, you learn more about your true self, your fears, desires, strengths, and weaknesses. This awareness is crucial because transformation begins with honest understanding. Without it, growth is superficial and fragile. With it, you build a foundation of authenticity and clarity that supports sustainable change. This process is not easy and it requires constant practice. You will encounter moments when discomfort feels overwhelming and your mind urges you to retreat. In these moments, remember that discomfort is temporary, but growth is lasting. The choice to stay present and face your challenges head-on is an act of bravery that strengthens your character and expands your capacity to thrive. Each time you choose courage over comfort, you reinforce your commitment to your journey and prove to yourself that you are capable of enduring and evolving. The forest teaches us that growth is a slow, natural process that unfolds in its own time, often through cycles of tension and release. Your journey is no different. Embrace the discomfort as part of your transformation. Let it remind you that you are alive, expanding, and moving toward the person you are meant to become. This discomfort is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. Trust in its power to shape you, knowing that every challenge you face today is preparing you for a future filled with strength, wisdom, and fulfillment. Growth takes time, and it requires courage to embrace the discomfort that comes with it. Stand firm in this courage. Let it guide you through every season of your journey. Your true strength is rising now. Growth is not a destination, it is a continuous journey of becoming more fully yourself. Each day offers a choice, to resist change or to embrace it with open arms. The forest reminds us that every season brings transformation, and so must you allow yourself to evolve through the cycles of your life. This willingness to change, to adapt, and to grow despite discomfort is what separates those who live fully from those who settle for less. It requires deep honesty with yourself and the courage to release old versions of who you thought you were, making room for the person you are becoming. When you embrace change as an essential part of growth, you free yourself from the trap of perfectionism and rigid expectations. You stop waiting for the right moment or the perfect conditions to begin living your purpose. Instead, you recognize that growth happens precisely because you are willing to start now, even with uncertainty and imperfection. This mindset transforms challenges into opportunities, mistakes into lessons, and delays into preparation. You learn that every step forward, no matter how small, is a powerful declaration of your commitment to yourself. Your brain thrives on patterns and certainty, but growth demands flexibility and openness to the unknown. This tension can feel uncomfortable, but it is also where transformation takes place. By cultivating a mindset of adaptability, you become better equipped to navigate life's unexpected changes and setbacks. You develop a mental agility that allows you to pivot when needed without losing sight of your goals. This flexibility is a form of strength, one that comes from trusting yourself enough to keep moving forward no matter what. Accepting change also deepens your connection to your own resilience. Each time you allow yourself to transform, you prove that you are capable of surviving and thriving through uncertainty. This builds a profound confidence that can never be taken away. You learn to see yourself as a dynamic, evolving force rather than a fixed entity defined by past limitations. This shift expands your sense of possibility and ignites a powerful motivation to keep pushing toward your highest potential. This journey of growth through change is deeply personal yet universal. It touches every aspect of your life, your mindset, habits, relationships, and dreams. When you commit to embracing change with courage and grace, you create a ripple effect that transforms not only you, but also the world around you. The strength you cultivate in facing your own evolution inspires others to do the same, creating a cycle of growth that extends beyond yourself. Remember, the forest does not resist the seasons, it flows with them. Your growth is the same. Embrace change as the natural rhythm of your transformation. Trust that every shedding of the old, every new leaf unfurling is part of your becoming. Growth takes time, patience, and above all, the courage to keep evolving. Stand tall in this truth and let it guide you toward the fullest expression of your life. Your transformation is unfolding now, rooted deeply in the commitment to change and the unwavering belief in your own potential. Growth demands that you confront your deepest fears and doubts, not by avoiding them, but by facing them head-on with courage and honesty. These internal battles are not obstacles to your progress. They are essential parts of the transformation process. Every fear you acknowledge, every limiting belief you challenge, chips away at the barriers that hold you back. This courageous confrontation with your inner world strengthens your character and sharpens your clarity. It creates space within you for new possibilities to emerge, possibilities that were once hidden beneath layers of fear and uncertainty. Your mind often resists this confrontation because it feels safer to stay within familiar patterns, even if those patterns limit you. But true growth requires breaking free from these mental prisons. The discomfort of facing your inner doubts is temporary. The freedom that comes from overcoming them is lasting. When you learn to sit with your fears without being controlled by them, you gain a profound sense of empowerment. You no longer need external validation or certainty to keep moving forward. You become your own source of strength and motivation. This internal strength is built through deliberate practice. Each time you choose to acknowledge and work through your doubts, you reinforce neural pathways associated with resilience and self-belief. This is the science of growth made real in your daily life. The small acts of courage, speaking your truth, taking risks, persisting in the face of failure, build upon each other to create a powerful momentum that propels you toward your goals. Your brain adapts to this momentum, making it easier over time to trust yourself and embrace challenges. The power of this internal work lies in its ability to transform your relationship with failure. Instead of fearing mistakes as proof of inadequacy, you begin to see them as necessary feedback on your path to mastery. Failure becomes a teacher, not a judge. This shift in perspective is crucial because it frees you from paralysis and self-doubt. You gain the confidence to experiment, to push boundaries, and to keep evolving without fear of judgment or rejection. This courage to face failure head-on is a hallmark of those who achieve lasting success. Your growth is also deeply connected to how you nurture yourself during these moments of vulnerability. Compassion toward yourself is not a weakness, it is an essential fuel for perseverance. When you treat yourself with kindness in times of struggle, you replenish your emotional reserves and create a safe space for healing and growth. This self-compassion reinforces your commitment to the process and helps you maintain balance and clarity even in the toughest seasons. The forest teaches us that growth is patient and compassionate. It holds space for every phase of life, every season of change, and every moment of struggle. Your inner work mirrors this natural rhythm. By embracing your fears and doubts with courage and compassion, you align yourself with the profound truth that growth takes time. This alignment is your power. It is what will carry you through the difficult moments and lead you to the fullest expression of your potential. Your transformation is unfolding now, rooted in bravery, self-compassion, and unwavering belief in your ability to grow. Every moment you spend doubting your progress or questioning your worth is a moment lost in the struggle between who you are and who you are becoming. Growth requires a radical shift in how you see yourself, not as a fixed being defined by past mistakes or current limitations, but as a dynamic force capable of endless transformation. This shift is the gateway to true freedom, because when you believe in your capacity to evolve, you step out of the shadows of fear and into the light of possibility. Your self-perception becomes the foundation upon which all growth is built. Without it, even the greatest efforts can crumble under the weight of insecurity. Your mind is powerful beyond measure, but it is also fragile and prone to distortion. Negative self-talk and limiting beliefs act like weeds that choke your potential and blind you to your own strength. Recognizing these mental patterns is the first step to reclaiming your power. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not enough," or "this will never change," you have the opportunity to interrupt that narrative and replace it with one rooted in truth and possibility. This simple act of conscious choice rewires your brain, strengthening pathways of optimism, resilience, and self-compassion. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to see challenges as growth opportunities rather than threats to your worth. This transformation in self-perception does not come overnight. It unfolds gradually, like the steady rise of a tree from a seedling to towering strength. The small victories, choosing courage over fear, persistence over surrender, love over judgment, accumulate and solidify your belief in yourself. Each victory nourishes your confidence and deepens your resolve to continue growing. This momentum is unstoppable once it takes hold because it is fueled by a deep intrinsic motivation to become the fullest version of yourself. Understanding this is crucial because it frees you from the trap of external validation. When your worth is tied to others' approval or immediate results, your growth becomes fragile and vulnerable to disappointment. But when your sense of value is grounded in your own commitment and effort, you become unstoppable. You learn to trust the process, knowing that growth is a journey with seasons of progress and rest, of struggle and breakthrough. This trust transforms anxiety and impatience into patience and faith, which are essential ingredients for lasting change. Your self-perception shapes not only how you see yourself, but also how you engage with the world. When you believe in your worth, you take actions aligned with your deepest values and goals. You stop settling for less than you deserve and start attracting opportunities, relationships, and experiences that reflect your true potential. This alignment creates a powerful feedback loop, reinforcing your growth and opening doors you never thought possible. The forest teaches us that growth is natural and inevitable when given time, care, and trust. Your transformation follows the same law. When you nurture your self-belief, silence the weeds of doubt, and honor your journey with patience, you become a force of nature in your own life. Growth takes time, but your evolving self is the proof that every moment spent committed to yourself is a moment moving you closer to the extraordinary life waiting for you. Your power to grow is already within you, rising strong and steady like the trees reaching for the sky. True transformation cannot happen without patience, Real patience that goes beyond waiting and passes into the realm of trusting the unseen process unfolding within you. Impatience is the mind's resistance to uncertainty. It craves instant results, quick fixes, and immediate validation. But growth is neither instant nor linear. It is a slow, often invisible shift that requires you to surrender control and allow yourself to evolve at your own pace. This surrender is not defeat, but a profound act of faith, a belief that what is happening beneath the surface is preparing you for something far greater than you can yet imagine. Patience does not mean passivity. It means active commitment to your path, even when progress seems stalled or invisible. It means showing up for yourself every day, regardless of how you feel or what obstacles appear. This consistency is the soil in which transformation takes root. The smallest daily acts, choosing kindness over criticism, persistence over giving up, hope over despair, compound into an unstoppable force over time. They are the quiet work of growth that no one else may see, but you must trust their power because they are shaping your future self. When impatience creeps in, it's often fueled by comparison and unrealistic expectations. You look at others and wonder why their growth seems faster or easier. You fixate on the finish line, forgetting that every person's journey is unique, shaped by unseen challenges and timelines. The forest does not grow faster because one tree is taller than another. Each tree grows according to its own rhythm, nourished by seasons, soil, and sunlight that cannot be rushed. You must honor your own rhythm with the same grace and patience, knowing that your time will come. Trusting the process means embracing uncertainty without allowing it to erode your confidence. It means accepting that discomfort, delays, and setbacks are part of your growth, not signs that you should quit. When you face moments of doubt or frustration, remind yourself that these moments are as essential as the breakthroughs. They prepare you, deepen your roots, and strengthen your resilience. This perspective transforms struggle into a sacred space where growth is forged. The psychology of patience reveals that those who master it experience lower stress, greater well-being, and higher achievement. Patience rewires your brain to tolerate delay and uncertainty, creating mental space for creativity, insight, and perseverance. When you cultivate patience, you cultivate wisdom, the wisdom to know when to act, when to rest, and when to trust that all things are unfolding as they should. This wisdom anchors you in the present moment where real growth happens. The forest's quiet, patient growth is a powerful metaphor for your own transformation. Every leaf unfurling, every root deepening, every branch stretching toward the sky is the result of time and steady care. Your growth is no different. It unfolds beneath the surface, often invisible but powerful beyond measure. Embrace patience as your greatest ally. Let it teach you to trust your journey and yourself, knowing that true growth takes time, and your time is now. To grow, you must learn to embrace discomfort, not as a sign of failure, but as the essential fuel of transformation. Discomfort is the signal that you are moving beyond familiar boundaries and stepping into new territory. Your brain is wired to seek comfort, to avoid pain and uncertainty. But growth demands you resist that instinct. It asks you to lean into the uneasy moments, to stretch beyond what feels safe, and to tolerate the tension that comes with change. This is where real courage lives, the courage to face discomfort head-on and keep moving forward anyway. Each uncomfortable moment carries a hidden opportunity, the chance to break through old limitations, to expand your resilience, and to deepen your self-awareness. When you choose discomfort over ease, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your fears. This act of bravery rewires your nervous system, gradually making you more adaptable and confident in the face of life's challenges. Over time, what once felt unbearable becomes manageable, and new possibilities open up that you never thought possible. Avoiding discomfort only delays your growth. It builds invisible walls that trap you in a cycle of stagnation and frustration. Every time you retreat from what scares you, you reinforce limiting beliefs that keep you small and stuck. But when you commit to embracing discomfort, you dissolve those walls brick by brick. This commitment is not about seeking pain, but about recognizing that pain is often the doorway to breakthrough. It requires a shift in mindset to see discomfort as a signpost guiding you toward growth rather than a warning to retreat. This mindset shift is supported by neuroscience. Your brain grows stronger when challenged. Neurons form new connections in response to stress and learning. Discomfort activates these growth pathways, creating the mental flexibility needed to adapt and thrive. This means that each time you face a difficult situation with openness, you are literally reshaping your brain to become more capable and resilient. This biological truth is a powerful reminder that discomfort is not your enemy, it is your ally. To cultivate this ally, You must build habits that support your willingness to face discomfort. Practices like mindful breathing, reflection, and setting small, achievable goals create a foundation of self-trust. These habits anchor you when discomfort arises, allowing you to respond with calm and clarity rather than panic or avoidance. They help you remember that discomfort is temporary, but the growth it produces lasts a lifetime. The forest shows us that growth is often hidden beneath the surface. Trees must endure harsh winds, cold winters, and rocky soil before they reach their full height. Yet they do not resist these conditions, they use them to grow stronger. You are no different. Your discomfort is not a sign that you should stop. It is proof that you are on the edge of transformation. Lean into this truth. Let discomfort fuel your courage and commitment, knowing that every challenging moment is a step closer to becoming the strongest, most authentic version of yourself. Growth takes time, but your willingness to embrace discomfort accelerates your journey like nothing else. Growth demands unwavering faith in the unseen forces working within you, even when doubt screams louder than hope. Faith is not blind belief. It is a conscious decision to trust the process, the effort, and your capacity to evolve beyond current limits. It is the inner voice that whispers, "Keep going," when the world around you seems to echo, "Give up." This faith becomes the bedrock of resilience, the steady anchor that holds you firm through storms of uncertainty and fear. Without it, every setback feels like defeat, every delay a sign of failure. But with it, every challenge becomes a step forward, every moment of stillness a necessary pause for strength to build. Faith in growth means accepting that you cannot control every outcome or timeline. It means relinquishing the need for immediate proof and instead nurturing a deep, patient belief in your potential. This is where true power lies, not in forcing change, but in allowing it to unfold naturally at its own pace. When you cultivate this faith, you shift your focus from results to effort. From fear of failure to celebration of persistence, this shift transforms frustration into peace, impatience into endurance, and doubt into courage. The psychology behind faith reveals that those who maintain belief in their growth journey activate powerful areas of the brain associated with motivation and reward. This neurological engagement fuels persistence and optimism, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of progress. Faith becomes a neurological habit, wiring your mind to seek opportunities rather than obstacles, to see setbacks as lessons rather than endings. This scientific insight underscores a simple truth. Your mindset can be your greatest ally or your fiercest enemy. Choosing faith transforms it into your strongest force. This faith also nurtures compassion toward yourself. It recognizes that growth is imperfect, filled with missteps and detours that are not signs of weakness, but of humanity. When you believe in your capacity to grow, you forgive yourself for falling short, seeing mistakes as essential parts of the learning curve. This self-compassion reduces shame and fear, two of the most paralyzing emotions, freeing you to move forward with a lighter heart and clearer mind. It is through this kindness that your resilience deepens, creating space for authentic transformation. To embody faith and growth, you must practice letting go of control and embracing uncertainty with openness. This requires cultivating habits that reinforce trust, mindful awareness, daily affirmations, and deliberate reflection on progress. These practices remind you that every small step is meaningful. Every moment of effort is building something unseen but powerful. They help you hold steady when doubt surfaces and keep your vision fixed on the horizon of your potential. The forest grows because it trusts the cycles of nature, the changing seasons, the passing storms, the slow unfolding of life beneath the soil. You grow by trusting your own cycles, your moments of struggle, rest, and breakthrough. This trust does not demand that you see the full picture now, only that you believe it is being created. Faith is your quiet, unshakable companion on the journey of growth, sustaining you until your true strength rises like a towering tree, rooted deep and reaching ever higher toward the light.